Kevin Stefanski gave us an update on the injury situation for the Browns.
Dillon Gabriel's dealing with a little bit of tightness in his hamstring, so he'll be limited a bit. And then Shedeur, he's good. Was sore in his arm, his thrown shoulder, but getting treatment, and he should be fine.
What if I told you the Cleveland Browns just took their decades of drama, tossed it into a blender, smashed the chaos button, and watched it explode across national TV? Out of nowhere, whispers started flying everywhere. Shedeur Sanders might actually start for the Browns. Within hours, the entire N.F.L. world went into full meltdown mode. Analysts were losing it live on air. Fans were flooding websites, rushing to buy custom Sanders jerseys like it was the second coming of football royalty. And the Browns front office? They're out here acting like it was all part of a genius master plan.
Number one, Deion Sanders spilling the tea, as they say. Is it giving the tea? Drinking the tea? Hell, who knows? I don't know what the kids say these days. To hell with it. He's talking about Shedeur. He's talking about Shedeur starting.
When in reality, it looks more like a social experiment gone wrong. Because this isn't just another quarterback switch-up. This is a full-on identity crisis. The Browns didn't just light a spark. They dropped a match into a gas tank. And now every talk show, every podcast, every sports page is going up in flames over it. The real question isn't if Shedeur Sanders will play. It's how soon before the whole franchise collapses under the weight of its own hype. Judging by that chaos on the field, the countdown's already ticking loud and clear. And it all kicked off with just one sentence. One casual slip from Deion Sanders that sent the entire NFL rumor mill into total overdrive. He was chilling on the New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelce, cracking jokes, swapping stories, just being prime. When suddenly, he dropped it. He mentioned his son, Shedeur, and just hinted, that his time was coming real soon. That one fatherly comment blew up into a headline hurricane overnight. Sports blogs twisted it instantly into, Deion says Shedeur should start in Cleveland. And from that moment, the madness was born.
Deion did this week what NFL teams honestly were afraid that he was going to do. He did nothing wrong, but this is what they were afraid of. He was on the New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelce and commented on his son, Shedeur, who's, of course, a quarterback on the Cleveland Browns.
Talk shows ran with it like breaking news, acting like Deion Sanders had just sent a coded message straight to the Browns front office. Suddenly, a proud dad's casual words were being treated like NFL prophecy. Deion didn't demand a thing, didn't throw shade at anyone. He was just answering a simple question the way any father would. But this is Deion Sanders, and when he speaks, the sports world doesn't just listen. It panics, overreacts, and sets itself on fire. In a flash, everyone had an opinion. Analysts were gripping their mics like holy books, preaching their expert takes. Fans flooded every thread and feed, arguing over whether Shedeur was ready for the big stage. Even retired legends started jumping in with their hot takes, some calling it confidence, others calling it chaos. That's when the story grew legs of its own. This wasn't about a podcast clip anymore. It was about what it meant. A ticking time bomb in Cleveland, a silent message that even Deion, the man known for preaching patience, might be done waiting. And here's the twist. He might actually be right. Behind closed doors, the Browns are desperate for something, anything, to save their offensive mess.
She's spitting a little bit. Guess who is now in the name or in the mouth pause of Mary Kay Cabot? It's Shedeur Sanders again. It's a Cleveland.com sports. Now, a lot of people I think might use an excuse of, well, Deion Sanders talked about it. Nah, Deion Sanders was asked by NFL players about another NFL player, and now the media is jumping on it. I want to point a few things out. First thing I want to point out is obviously Shedeur doesn't get any playing time. He's doing this and that. The Browns know what they got, though. The Browns are getting their click. So.
And Deion certainly thinks that there is going to be a world in which Shedeur sets foot in a football.
So when Deion dropped that subtle prediction, it hit different. Fans didn't just hear eventually, they heard soon. And from that second on, the countdown began. Every missed throw from Joe Flacco, every stalled drive from Dillon Gabriel, every fumble, every broken play, it all started to sound like one loud drum beat pounding across Cleveland. A rhythm that kept screaming, It's almost time. Right now, the Browns look like a team that accidentally hit self-destruct and lost the instruction manual. Every offensive snap feels like bad improv. Players out of sync, routes crossing like traffic at rush hour. And by the time the play collapses, fans are halfway through their collective sigh. It's not just bad football, it's confusing football. The kind that makes you stare at the screen and ask, what was that supposed to be? Drives stall like busted engines. Receivers bump into each other mid-route. And when the ball finally drops, you can practically hear commentators scrambling for polite words that still mean disaster. Meanwhile, the defense, oh, that poor defense, is out there performing miracles every week, shutting down elite offenses, forcing turnovers, dragging the team toward victory, only to watch the offense hand it all right back like a bad punchline. You can see the exhaustion written all over their faces every time they walk off that field, shoulders slumped, eyes glazed, that quiet frustration that screams, "What more do you want us to do?" It's not just the players feeling it either. The fans have lived this nightmare too many times to count. It's the same old script, the one where hope dies before halftime.
Shedeur's mentality, folks, is he truly believes he can be a franchise quarterback. That's what he wants to be. That's what the experts said he would be leading up to the draft. If you watch one of his press conferences, he literally said, if you're not trying to change the franchise, then don't come get me. Cleveland should be excited to have a guy like that wants to do that for your franchise. I hope the Browns give him a chance later in the year because he's confident. He showed flashes in preseason and, of course, during his tenure at Colorado.
They show up decked out in orange and brown, screaming their lungs out for 3 quarters straight. But by the 4th, you start to see it. Heads down, thumbs scrolling, pretending they don't care, even though they always do. Because Cleveland fans don't just support a football team, they survive one. And then there's Joe Flacco, the so-called steady hand, the veteran presence, the calm in the storm. Except every time he drops back, he moves like he's trying to sprint through wet cement. Watching him scramble feels like watching a refrigerator attempt ballet. Slow, clunky, and painfully tragic. His throws either sail off into another zip code or just drop dead midair. And somehow the coaching staff keeps preaching, trust the process, like this isn't the same tired movie on repeat. Flacco keeps trying to convince everyone he's still got it, but the scoreboard keeps exposing the truth. Wasted drives, broken rhythm, and opportunities slipping away like water through cracked hands. It's poetic, in the saddest way possible. The Browns' defense plays like gods, but their offense, like ghosts. Every week, the walls feel like they're closing in tighter, and deep down, everyone, from the locker room to the last row of the stadium, knows exactly what's coming next. You can feel it buzzing on the sideline, feel it pulsing through the stands, feel it every single time that offense jogs onto the field and the whole crowd goes dead silent. Because the name nobody can ignore anymore, the name echoing louder with every incomplete pass, is sitting right there on that bench. Shedeur Sanders, Shedeur Sanders, the name echoing louder every week. And as Cleveland keeps falling apart, that eerie silence in the stands is starting to sound like the calm before a chant explodes. Joe Flacco was supposed to be the adult in the room, the seasoned veteran who'd bring order to the chaos. Instead, he's turned into the face of it. Watching Flacco in that pocket feels like watching time itself slow down. Every drop back looks like he's trying to escape quicksand. Every throw feels like it's coming from a man who just woke up from a nap and can't remember where he is. The Browns brought him in for experience. But what good is experience if it comes with cement feet and instincts from a bygone era? He moves in the pocket like a refrigerator sliding across a wet floor, technically moving, but not really going anywhere. And yet, somehow, the coaches still act shocked when another drive ends in confusion and sighs. There's this wild myth floating around Cleveland that Flacco's leadership is what's holding the offense together. But leadership doesn't mean much when you can't even lead the ball to your receivers. It's like watching a karaoke version of an N.F.L. quarterback. The look's familiar, the rhythm's there, but the music's completely gone. Every snap is a full-blown adventure. You see the drop back, slow, hesitant, then that panic flickers across his face in slow motion as defenders close in. You can almost hear the gears grinding in his head before he lobs it into nowhere. And when it inevitably collapses, he jogs off the field with that same blank look that says, well, that didn't work. The fans see it. The players see it. Even the broadcast cameras see it. They've started cutting to the sideline before the play even ends, already waiting for that familiar shot. Shedeur Sanders standing there, helmet in hand, watching quietly, eyes locked in. The truth? Joe Flacco isn't the problem because he's bad. He's the problem because Cleveland refuses to admit he's done. They're clinging to him like a flickering light bulb, pretending it's still shining bright while the whole room gets darker. Flacco's presence has turned into an illusion, a comfort blanket for a franchise terrified to face change. But illusions don't win football games. They just stall the pain. And right now, everyone in that stadium can feel the power fading. The crowd knows it, the locker room knows it, and deep down, even Flacco knows it. Because every time he misses another open receiver, every time another drive dies in slow motion, that one name starts buzzing louder through Cleveland's cold November air: Shedeur Sanders. Every time a drive stalls, every time the fans groan in perfect unison, the cameras cut to the same face, calm, locked in, unshaken. Shedeur Sanders. The kid they said wasn't ready, the one drafted for the future. Except that future isn't some faraway dream anymore. It's standing right there on the sideline, watching Cleveland's illusion fall apart in real time. While the Browns' offense collapses like a bad magic trick, there's one player who never flinches. You can spot him in every broadcast now. Shedeur, standing tall, helmet in hand, eyes glued to the field, like he's studying every broken play piece by piece. No frustration, no fake hype, no desperate clapping, just that quiet, lethal confidence that says, I know exactly when my time's coming. And that's the part that should terrify everyone. Because Shedeur isn't just another backup waiting for an injury or a mercy start. He's a quarterback built for this moment. This is a guy who's lived under pressure his entire life. Cameras flashing, critics doubting, comparisons flying. And through it all, he's stayed cool, patient, and dangerously focused. He told teams before the draft, if you're not trying to change your franchise, don't come get me. That's not arrogance. That's clarity. Cleveland didn't just draft a player. They drafted a mentality. And now that mentality is sitting right there, watching their offense crumble in 4K. Even Deion Sanders, the man who practically invented swagger, has been dropping those little hints. On podcasts, interviews, you name it. Never demanding, just predicting. It's coming, he said. And when Prime says something's coming, you better believe it's already halfway here. The media's catching on too. Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, NFL panels across the board, they're all waking up to the same realization. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a rookie project. He's the next storyline. Every failed drive by Joe Flacco, every missed throw by Dillon Gabriel, every 3-and-out feels like the entire league holding its breath, waiting for the moment the switch finally flips. And when it does, it won't be quiet. It'll be seismic. Shedeur doesn't just play football, he performs it with swagger, precision, and that icy calm that turns chaos into rhythm. That same energy that made him a star at Colorado is about to shake up the N.F.L. like a storm nobody saw coming. He's not pacing the sideline begging for attention. He's waiting for destiny to dial his number. And when that moment hits, when that helmet slides on, when the crowd erupts like a thunderclap, it won't just feel like a quarterback change. It's gonna feel like the beginning of a new era in Cleveland. It's not just a quarterback change, it's gonna feel like a franchise rebirth. In a city built on heartbreak and false hope, Shedeur Sanders represents something Cleveland hasn't had in decades, a real reason to believe again. The Browns thought they found a safety net in Dillon Gabriel, a quick fix while they figured things out. But what they really got was a weekly reminder of wishful thinking gone wrong. Gabriel looked sharp in college, sure, but in the NFL, he's been tossed around like a crash test dummy in slow motion. Undersized, overwhelmed, out of sync. Every snap looks like a survival drill. The pocket collapses, routes vanish, and defenders close in before he even sets his feet. You can see it in his body language. The stage is too big, too fast, too ruthless. Yet the Browns keep pretending this experiment is working. Every press conference sounds like a broken record. He's learning. We see flashes. But flashes of what exactly? Fans aren't seeing potential. They're seeing panic. Defenses don't respect his arm, don't fear the pocket, and definitely don't back off the blitz. Every game turns into a highlight reel for the other team. Watching Gabriel drop back is like watching someone walk into a house fire holding a squirt gun, praying for a miracle. Everyone can feel it now. The fans, the locker room, even the commentators. The Gabriel experiment is crumbling in real time. The signs in the crowd, the tweets, the chants, they're not booing anymore. They're begging, because deep down, everyone knows what's next. Cleveland can't hide behind development forever. They can't waste an elite defense carrying an offense that treats touchdowns like rare events. They can't keep pretending a rookie without rhythm is their savior, when the real answer is sitting right there, helmet in hand, eyes locked, waiting. The Gabriel gamble was never about winning. It was about buying time. But time's up. The storm that's coming has a name, Shedeur Sanders. And when that name finally blasts through the stadium speakers, nobody will even remember this failed experiment. The boos have faded, replaced by chants that shake the walls. Put Shedeur in. The fans feel it. The defense feels it. Even the cameras can't look away. Every wasted drive, every bad throw, the pressure keeps building. And Deion's words keep echoing through it all. Be patient. Be ready. Because everyone in Cleveland knows exactly what's coming. Cleveland doesn't want more promises. They want fire. They want Shedeur. And at this point, it's no longer a rumor. It's a full-blown demand. The chants have turned into countdowns. And the second those cameras catch Shedeur Sanders tightening that chin strap, the whole stadium's gonna explode. You can already picture it. The crowd rising like a wave, commentators stumbling over their words, and the air inside Cleveland flipping like a switch. Because when Shedeur finally steps onto that field, it won't just be a substitution, it'll be a seismic shift. The energy will flip instantly, the noise will hit different. This isn't a rookie getting a mercy shot, it's the beginning of something massive. Every throw will be analyzed, every movement magnified, every snap heavy with history. And the craziest part, Shedeur won't need time to adjust. He's been adjusting his whole life. Pressure, spotlight, expectations, that's his normal. When chaos peaks, he finds rhythm. When the lights get blinding, he gets colder. And for the first time in years, the Browns might actually feel it. Belief. You'll see it on the sidelines, in the eyes of the defense that's been carrying this team all season. You'll feel it in the crowd, roaring his name like it's a new anthem shaking the entire stadium. Because this isn't just a quarterback change, it's a takeover. Once Shedeur Sanders walks onto that field, Cleveland's never going back. When the dust settles, one truth will define this entire saga. Either Shedeur Sanders saves Cleveland, or he exposes just how deep that curse runs. There's no middle ground anymore. The city's faith, the franchise's future, the entire identity of the Browns now hangs on this one gamble. If he wins, he becomes a legend, the rookie who walked into chaos and turned it into history. If he fails, he'll join that long, tragic line of almosts that haunt Cleveland like ghosts from Sundays past. But this time, something feels different. There's a pulse again, a heartbeat in a franchise that's been flatlined for years. You can see it in the fans' faces, hear it in the tone of the analysts who swore this team was cursed, that quiet shift in their voices, that glimmer in their eyes. It's hope, real hope. Because maybe, just maybe, this is the moment Cleveland finally gets it right. And the Sanders name becomes the spark that rewrites their entire story. It's that electric mix of hope and fear, the kind you only feel right before everything changes. Because Shedeur Sanders isn't just stepping into a broken offense, he's stepping into a legacy. This is more than a debut. It's a test, a moment to see if Cleveland's finally ready to stop surviving and start believing. When that moment comes, when he jogs out under those lights and the noise explodes into thunder. Remember this, it was never just about football. It's about faith, destiny, and a city that's been aching for a real hero to believe in again. Because in Cleveland, destiny doesn't come quietly. It storms in with chaos, pressure, and greatness all tangled together. And when Shedeur Sanders takes that first snap, every doubt, every heartbreak, every lost Sunday will finally feel worth it. This isn't just the start of a new chapter. It's the rewriting of an entire story. So if you're feeling that pulse too, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Because this story isn't slowing down anytime soon, and you're not gonna wanna miss what happens next.